Hello, chat. Hello. Oh boy, I'm actually really tired today. Okay, so let's talk about grass and what we do when we touch it. Nobody, that PBS YouTube channel. Dude, okay. Fucking I was woken up today at 7 a.m., which some of you who have normal jobs are like, Diesel, who gives a shit? So the thing is that there were some people coming today, and they were coming to come, fucking, they were coming to come cut down some trees at my house. And they got here at 7:30, okay? Like I was awoken too early. It was just a day where I got no sleep. Okay, I will say, despite my no sleep, I had a really good workout today. Thank you for asking, chat. Um, yeah. So I'm really fucking tired. So I was like, all right, listen, we need some filler arc. We need filler arc content in the stream schedule. Okay. We had a crazy last week. Okay, we're calming down a little bit. All right. I've never talked about Fallen Chungus, and Fallen Chungus has been one where I've kind of like gone, maybe at some point I'll talk about them. Maybe at some point, right? Like they had a debate a long time ago where they were debating like fart fetishes or something like that. I think Ace Space recorded it because of course Ace Space recorded it. But Fallen Chungus is quite the character if you're completely unaware of who Fallen Chungus is. And I will explain who Fallen Chungus is. We got some stuff. This stuff that we could go over for Fallen Chungus. Aside from that, a moderator of the op block became the main character on Twitter today, which is really fucking funny. They're also a viewer here. And we just gotta talk about we gotta talk about Pi. Mod Pi in the Opblock server. Holy shit. Shout out Pi. Pi posted on Twitter something recently. Fake tan has become too expensive. Time to start carrot maxing. Oh. Update, carrot maxing sent me to the ER. And literally everybody chimed in on this. All right. I remember like seeing the original tweet. I saw this in my fucking For You page, all right? This was in my For You on twitter.com. And I didn't really think anything of it. I don't even think it registered to me that this is like a someone who's like a viewer and mod in a fellow Discord, right? And you know, Cindy Dunn almost killed himself. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? I don't even know, like, how many carrots what was Pi consuming that this happened? This ended up in the Independent. The TikTok looks maxers call it carrot maxing, telling followers to eat at least one carrot a day to make their skin tanner and glowing. 4 to 6 cans a day? That's just too many carrots. Like, I just wouldn't be able to get through that. You know? 4 to 6 cans a day? Like, you didn't literally need to eat a can with every meal. You know? Eating lots of carrots can lead to a medical condition that causes the skin to turn yellowish orange hue, called carotenemia. It occurs following excessive ingestion of foods rich in beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is a type of carotenoid, which are pigments to give fruits and vegetables their color. In humans, it can be caused by the accumulation of pigment, blah, blah, blah. Carotenemia can be associated with hyperlymphedema, commonly known as high cholesterol. Oh my god. It can be dangerous if you're not eating just carrots. Okay. Let's see. One ex-user has claimed that carrot maxing sent her to the emergency room. She opted to eat canned sliced carrots over raw carrots. She ate 6 full cans a day, coming out to 5,250 milligrams of salt. That's more than twice the daily recommended amount of sodium. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300. Oh my God. I already had heart problems, so all the sodium in the carrots kind of took me out, and I went into mild organ failure. Girl. I like that you've specified that it's mild organ failure and not hardcore organ failure, right? Like your organs were just like low key stopping, right? Like, like it could have been worse, but you were like, hey, hey, you live and you learn. You got a liver, you use a liver. The girlies can have a little organ failure this summer, as a treat. Oh, God, that is so fucking funny. Wait, is Pi okay? I have it on good authority that Pi is okay. Pi is okay. They're okay. They just had a little bit of mild organ failure, and they're good. They're good. They left the hospital. They are no longer in the hospital. All right, carrots are good for you, but don't eat too many carrots because it'll actually kill you. All right? Yeah, I love this. This is quite literally the how many bananas would it take for you to get radiation poisoning thing, right? Oh my God. Literally too much of a good thing. Well, her skin's never been more orange, people, okay? People were like, are you related to the president? And they were like, yeah. Oh my God. We had pie mod and organ failure. We were a slave farm. I mean, what else are you gonna do with your organs failing? Survive? No. Discords need moderating. Holy shit. Editor who edits this, please make this a YouTube short. This is funny. God, that's funny. That's fucking funny. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, man, let's get on with the fucking topic for tonight, shall we, chatters? Dude, I was tuning into Dicker's stream earlier. And I think I finally found somebody worse at answering messages than me. Okay? It turns out that this is a problem with streamers, not just a single like me problem, okay? This is a we problem, not a me problem. But yeah, dude, Sydney Holy Dickers was watchable. I'm gonna find smaller streamers and like a mob boss, I'm gonna take them under my wing, okay? The op block, I took them under my wing, but I need my own cabal. One where I'm in charge, all right? Where I'm the king of the castle. All right? None of this Oreo stuff. All these guys are gonna be loyal to me. And when I say, hey, make a stream on Westside Tyler, they're gonna go, how long? And I'm gonna say 8 hours. And I'm gonna go, yeah, boss, get right on it. And it's gonna happen. All right? It's gonna be great. Don't start an MLM. Yeah, I'm starting a mob, okay? But like a mob of annoying men on the internet, which is also called a podcast, but it depends on the day, right? But I'm at the top of this, all right? I ain't letting anybody else at the top. It's me at the top of the pile. People are gonna go, I'm afraid of that guy. He's got 40 other Glupshitos standing behind him, all right? It's like a Gungan army, episode 1 of the fucking Star Wars out there. You feel the boom boom from Jar Jar Binks in the back. Is that why we have the little guy's diamond emote? Exactly. Uh, God. Diesel X Falgi podcast idea. How many episodes till he bottoms? That's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, I finished the so I started streaming a bit late today because I was watching the Penguin. I finished the Penguin, guys. Why okay, listen, man. Why are all the villains getting why do all the villains have that these days? I'm not gonna spoil it for people, but if you're a watcher of superhero media and you've seen the other mature superhero shows, a la The Boys or Gen V, what is it with all the villains having that hang up these days? Like, I get it, guys. Like, we grew up with a generation of bad parenting or something, but like, it's beginning to be a little bit weird how it keeps being the same thing. I'm just saying. I do recommend it if you haven't watched the show, though. I really thought the show wouldn't be able to contain itself and that Batman was going to show up, but mommy issues. I mean, yeah, mommy issues. I didn't want to say it, but Chatter said it first, so I can defer blame to them, right? But it was just like, what is with all these breast milk Andes? I mean, like, I'm not gonna finish that. No, I was gonna say something so out of pocket, and there would be no walking it back. Everybody would be like, Diesel, that's just too far. No, they wouldn't. No, you guys would be like, that's disgusting, but also that is so on brand for you. It's not superhero media. I mean, the Penguin's not superhero media. The Penguin is. I kept sitting around going, where the fuck Batman? Batman, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, were you gonna say you drink the milk? Well, my homie is like, my homie who had kids is like, you don't want to drink breast milk. It doesn't smell good. And I just have to believe him because I'm not a crazy person who's gonna go out of my way to figure that out, right? You know? Nothing you say could disappoint me anymore. I not for like the freak, not for the freak activity of drinking it. Would I drink it? It would be more like, you know, like when people eat bugs. Like I've eaten bugs. I'm like, I might as well like just see like what all the Homelander is about. You know what I mean? Like, might as well. I don't think it would be good based off of everything I've heard. Bug milk. That's another one I've always wanted to try, but I see the process on how they make bug milk, and I go, there's no way there's no way in the unholy Carl Schwab that you're getting me to drink that bug juice. At least it's not the placenta eaters. I mean, like, you know, might as well, right? I mean, I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't want it prepared in front of me. If it came to me pre-cooked and prepared, I might go, what the fuck? Why not? But if I had to like prepare it myself, I'd be like, absolutely not. No, thank you, sir. I'm all full.
All right, I'll
ants
ask.
and grasshoppers.
What kind of bugs have you eaten?
Yeah, ants and grasshoppers. You know, you go to like one of those novelty stores and they got like the dried bugs and shit. You know, you probably couldn't get. You could probably get me to do it, but like those fucking like big like beetles inside a lollipop. I guess I could try that, right? I don't know. You can also get like I've seen you could buy a water bug, like just a fucking flash dried water bug. Were they at least chocolate covered? They were salted. They were salted grasshoppers. But I've like, I don't know how you can eat a water bug because that thing is staring at you and you're like, damn, that thing's the size of a fucking hamster. Like, you're not gonna eat that shit. Like, that's too much. That's too much animal in front of me. I've eaten a live grub before. My dad had me try one when I was 14. Jesus. I've eaten cookies made of mealworm flour. I like the sour cream and onion grasshoppers. See, I feel like grasshoppers is just like Like if you mushed up grasshoppers and then like they were dried, I'd if you told me they were dried up leaves, I'd believe you. You know? I would not eat a live worm. No, I have some standards. Yeah, Diesel says he drinks the breast milk out of curiosity, but he wouldn't eat a live worm. I don't know. My standards are pretty terrible. But I mean, like, you know, like, fuck it. You only live once. You might as well eat a bug, try it out. Right? Like, fuck it. There's like a bunch of weird shit you might as well try to eat. I'm not a picky eater. Like, I'm the opposite of a picky eater. I'm a very adventurous eater. So as long as it looks like it's prepared well, I'll eat it. But those guys that are like eating raw bull testicle, like you're just not even like I'm pretty sure bull testicle could be delicious, but you've prepared it in a way that is fucking putrid. So like you have a problem, right? I think those raw meat guys are just afraid of turning on a grill and enjoying life, you know, grilling it up with the boys. Raw milk and bull semen. See, that's too much. That's too much, right? Same thing with raw milk, right? Like, what happens if I have the raw milk? Like, I'll get fucking like a prion disease in my brain, and then I become the national health advisor to the United States. Drink raw milk. I think pasteurization is one of those beautiful technologies that we should continue to live with, actually. Hey, did you hear Jar returned and he's defending Logan Paul? What did Jar go and get his PhD in fucking contrarian in the time he was gone?
Reminder, there is a very old goal that Diesel will make and eat something from the Coom cooking book.
There's really things in there that are just like this one dish. I know I've talked about this before, but this one dish in the cum cookbook where it's not like you're using cum as an ingredient. It's just like you shuck an oyster, get rid of the meat, and then you just fucking cum onto the shell of the oyster, and then you serve, and over ice. By the way, over ice, and I can't even begin to tell you how much of a disgusting idea that is to me. Roasted, fried, flying termites are good. Just have to get over the fact that they're bugs. Those sound good. I'd eat that. I'd eat that for sure. I can't imagine that be bad at all, actually. Is there a recipe in that? There might be a watermelon related recipe. There might be. But yeah, man, I don't understand the non-picky eater argument, right? Like if you've tried it before and you're like, I don't like it, I'm like, I understand your problem. And I totally get that. Namaste. Right? But if you haven't eaten the dish before and you're like, ew, no, that's gross. It's like, bro, if we're over the age of like 20, you know, like it's time to put the chicken tenders away. Like, let's try out a little something else. Right? Like, I don't think the veal will kill you. Okay. Like, just try it out once. And then if it's bad, you don't need to eat it again. Right? You're like, ah, shit, I did that. And then that's it. Some smells and textures just make me feel like it'll poison. Autism, so I'm extremely picky. You know, if it doesn't smell putrid, I think that's like a if it smells like it would kill you, don't eat it. But I think that goes for like most food that is prepared. That if the food smells like diarrhea, don't eat it. But if you put something in your mouth and it has a gross texture, I would count that as having tried it. So you are free to spit it out at that point, right? But what if it just doesn't sound appealing to me? Then again, I'm a picky eater myself. Well, okay, what if you did not know what it was and it was in front of you and it looked fine, but then you ate it and you're like, this is bugs, you know? Sheep's brain, terrible texture. I feel like that would be like Jello, you know, like Jello, like brain is Jello All right. Anyway, Fallen Chungus. We'll actually, you know what? We'll bit of a smaller video from Shamu, who you guys might have seen around. Excellent at covering things, by the way, Shamu. But did a short video on Fallen Chungus. So we'll quickly watch this, and then go right into what happened to Fallen Chungus currently.
Hey guys, remember to hit like on the video, and if you want to support me, you can do so at patreon.com/shamu411. Thanks.
From being a massive meme account on Twitter with 70k followers and having your meme format go viral, the only month.
Yeah, so if you guys have ever seen the meme where it's like literally the fucking coolest thing ever, and it's like, I hate this, right? Or like the thinking cap thing where it's like all these little guys doing this, or like one where it's like, hey man, he's a very good friend of mine, he's just going through a rough time, and it's like the guy who's like, I love rape, right? Right? So that's Fallen Chungus. Those are the memes that they've made.
Later becoming homeless and having your family actively calling the police.
Yes, they made this format
on you over life ruination from your own fans. Let's talk about Fallen Chungus. The Fallen Chungus account has seen a lot of success in the past with posts like this.
I made up this bit for VCs where when someone says something, you just repeat what they said verbatim, but put bro at the start of it. The more mundane the action, the funnier it is.
This single post in me.
I actually like the reaction to this. Did Fallen Chungus die? I do believe we're rapidly approaching the point where Fallen Chungus might actually pass on from this reality. I never understood people who got popular from me. Dude, one-hit wonders don't exist anymore, okay? You make a meme format, all of a sudden this is your career, okay? Matan Evan had Matt Gates on his podcast. The guy who was the Game Awards guy who walked up on stage had Matt Gates on his podcast.
Received 137,000 likes and 15,000 retweets, a staggering amount. Many of his posts were tens of thousands of likes, and in this case, hundreds of thousands. They became so popular that the right wing began using these memes as templates for their own by parodying them, which is where our story.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is infinitely more offensive, but it is way funnier. So I'm sorry, it just is what it is.
Story and his troubles begin. On April 5th, the Twitter account Tired Meme Clown would share the viral post from Fallen Chungus, to which he would reply to his audience with,
Chat, can I file a cease and desist? Like, is that plausible?
Tired Meme Clown would respond to this with, so it turns out that Fallen Chungus guy who had a problem with me is a fellow member of the racist community.
Dude, Twitter is so cooked, man. I don't... Guys, shout out to the racist community on Twitter. Those guys are a really tight-knit group of individuals. The racist community. Me and my friends, we get together, we talk about how racist we are, you know? We go to our racist Discord.
Related is one of his. He attached an image using the Fallen Chungus meme.
I have no idea who that is that Shamu is using.
As a template which read,
Oh, I'm not subscribed on this account.
Dude, crime is so bad right now. You can't go to the store without being mugged and stabbed. Yeah, dude, these are nuts. Chungus would then make legal threats by replying with,
Genuinely have never seen someone this mad over a ratio. I'm honestly speechless. If you want to go the defamation route, I'll gladly pursue the narrative from earlier, but for now, hold this ratio.
On April 8th,
Oh, that's what Fallen Chungus looks like? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will say that this story is going to get really dark in a second, by the way.
he would have to come out and say, can't believe I have to say this, but I didn't make this comic. If you see any comics that look like they're made by me but have a racist message, they are not made by me. Please just leave me alone. The very next day on April 9th, a thread goes up on Fallen Chungus on the soyjack.party image board stating, "For a very long time I wanted to make a thread about this artist Isola. Today I saw a tweet of his that gave me a very Jimmy idea for a thread on him. Copy his art style and start making racist, transphobic, jammy comics," which is exactly what they ended up doing. The image board would also begin to raid his Discord server at the time, to which Fallen Chungus would take to Twitter to announce.
My server
Oh my god. Oh my god.
got raided by shardy board people, pausing joins for a bit. It was genuinely
See,
kind of
don't. Okay, I know I talk about it all the time, and we're like retreading ground every time I say the same thing. But you know, it's like poetry; it rhymes. But like, don't ever tweet this.
sad. It lasted for like 30 seconds. I heavily apologize for the raid on my server. Lots of fucked up shit was posted and I was too busy at school to be able to moderate it. That being said, this is the reason you shouldn't call me a fucking
Oh, this is gonna get
cuss.
depressing. Don't worry, don't worry. It's gonna. You won't feel bad.
This wouldn't have happened if Shardy didn't think I was one. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say it, I'm not a chaser. And the fact that my community had to bear witness to gore and slurs because of some retarded Twitter slander is mind-boggling.
I like how Fallen Chungus has to constantly keep restating how he's not a chaser. Bro, the chaser allegations. I saw someone was reacting to the Cameron video, and this was the funniest. Somebody was like, somebody was doing one of those disparaging chats where they're like, doesn't this guy have a fetish for goblins? And the profile picture of the person that was making that comment had a fucking has-been hotel profile picture. And all I could think was like, Jesus Christ, talk about glass houses. Wait, what's a chaser? Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it sounds like Toki. Yes, that is who it was. I thought it was funny personally. I'm not like mad about it. So a chaser in this case, yeah. So first of all, I'll even say that Fallen Chungus has a fart fetish, but yes, a chaser is someone who seeks out trans people, typically women exclusively. Yes.
Chungus is searching for the Gok and Gauls.
On the 20th of April, Fallen Chungus would post,
Soyjack is actively trying to dox me, a 17-year-old. Wouldn't expect much less from that
He
site.
turned 18 days after this post.
If y'all could provide any measures to prevent that, I'd be very grateful.
going through the archive of his thread on Soyjack, the only thing I could find was one user posting, "Dox now," 2 days prior to this Twitter post. Though during the Discord raids, they could have been saying that they were going to dox him, etc. That's just all I could find in the thread. Unfortunately for Fallen Chungus, the announcement to his 70k follower account that this thread was trying to dox him just drove way more traffic to his thread, which in turn led to more people posting about trying to find his dox. And on May 27th, they found him, or at least they thought they did. Nothing was definitively known until Fallen Chungus posted this the very next day.
You are such a fucking man. No one, and I mean no one, fucking likes you.
Dude, you got like a squash-based face.
Please shut up.
In posting this video, gave the board exactly what they wanted and confirmed what they already were somewhat sure of. Fallen Chungus had confirmed his own docs on Twitter. Later that day, he would upload this voice recording.
Hey, so I just deleted my server and I left every server.
He sounds like he's gonna cry. Yeah, he had 1 HP voice. The thing is that Fallen Chungus is very mentally unwell, chat. Very mentally unwell.
It's that server was something I held very near and dear to me, but there's honestly no point in continuing. For better or for worse, this is the last.
And yeah,
server gonna hear of me.
Chaser can apply to a lot of different people. You know, many such cases.
And
But bug
whether it
chasers
be
are like
tonight,
absolutely
tomorrow, the day
outrageous.
after, I will kill myself. You've won. I'm done trying. There isn't much to look forward to in my daily life. It's these thoughts I've dealt with for as long as I can remember. So do what you will with that information. I'm leaving. Please don't contact me. Please don't do anything to reach out to me. I'm done.
This voice recording would cause people online to contact Fallen Chungus' family in order to warn them about what he had just uploaded online, with Twitter user @ObiAgain stating, "I just spoke with his..."
Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Well, I'm not reading that, but that's yeah.
his mother following a doxing on Soyjack.
Show it. You were literally Chris the Dark posting right now in my chat. FLG. Don't you have a stream to be running? What is this? Speaking of members of the racist community, Lord Miles says homosexuality is not a thing in North Korea. When North Koreans escape South Korea, there are questions about the life. Thousands of questions. Every single one doesn't know what homosexuality is, nor the concept. They have never conceived it. Don't make me a verb, asshole. Dr. House responds, "It's not a thing because they typically get executed for it." Yes. It's not a thing because they are executed under the belief that they are influenced by capitalism. Yeah, I would deny knowing what homosexuality was too, on the fear of being executed, Lord Moron official. You know, I feel like Lord Miles, I feel like this is bait. Because, like, obviously Lord Miles doesn't like gay people, but I also think he's not that stupid to know that why gay people vanished in North Korea. Okay? Like, that is very clearly bait. Have you been keeping up with the oh yeah, the nuisance streamers? Yeah. I know Johnny Somali's basically fucked 10 Ways to Sunday.
Party. He is alive, but is now banned from Twitter. Another user asked, "Is this legit?" I didn't record the call, but I can post some text from after. This was after figuring out he was okay. His mother asked me to see the Soyjack party thread on him, to which he shows a text message of him sending the Soyjack thread and says, "Here's the link to the thread." His mother responds, "What in the fuck? I had no idea he was posting stuff like that." Another screenshot shows the mother saying, "I just got another call too. Is my number in that post?"
Calling me your Oshi is very crazy. It's like I need to just put on the VTuber just for you, Pinker.
Is there a way to delete it? Is there? And Obi again responds, "I don't think there is a way to get it deleted. Just block anyone who tries to prank call you." Following all this, Fallen Chungus would disappear for a couple weeks. Until June 6th when he posted,
I got doxxed by the Shardy while I was at a mental hospital. I just got home today. For what it's worth, I am not coming back, period. I want my story to serve as an example of both what not to do and what to dreadfully expect when you find fame. It's about time I start my own life.
All right, okay, buddy. Listen, not only are you not famous, you need to unplug from the computer and leave.
Leaving the internet would last until June 22nd, when he wrote,
For anyone wondering, my mom had...
He's saying Shardy, I guess, as like a pejorative to Soyjack Party.
Has essentially been controlling my entire life.
You should look at what I sent you before the joke gets old. Didn't you hear, comrade? 1 in 10 North Koreans are gay. I hope it's because you're handsome, comrade. And then it's just a Gachi Muchi video. Okay? The Fallen Chungus story is so depressing, man. Yeah, but like also in the same respect, it's kind of fucking funny. I mean, I don't know. I really, not a pejorative. Okay, I am not familiar with it personally.
Diesel, I must drive 6 hours tomorrow. I must sob.
I mean, you got 6 hours in the car to do that if you want. But I mean, I guess you could start now.
Since I got home. Even now, making this tweet is a gamble on whether I get kicked out of the house or not.
Yes. I couldn't remember his name is Billy Harrington. Yes.
I don't care. I just want her to realize going cold turkey on the internet won't help me. I've been incredibly stressed, and my mom and stepdad simply do not give a fuck and continue to rule with an iron fist over my life. Getting internet access is a blessing and a curse, but making this a productive thing isn't hard, and they don't realize that.
So
They kind of sounds like they know exactly what they're talking about when they say, "Hey, no internet for you, Mr. Fallen Chungus." Speaking of road-based infrastructure, when is the zoning law stream? Is that what's replacing the melon stream thing?
Fallen Chungus is essentially saying that his parents have barred him from using the internet, and he describes it in a way an addict would describe kicking dope. He even says making these tweets may cost him his own home. Then, on June 29th,
I am now officially homeless.
Dude, the official homeless tweet from Fallen Chungus was quite the arc. So, yeah, Fallen Chungus was basically like this complete dysfunctional loon of a person. And so their parents just didn't want to fucking deal with them, from what it seems. And they ended up homeless. Or they chose to be homeless. I can't remember what the specifics were. I'm almost certain, and I want to say that they made the conscientious decision to be homeless.
Things are bleak, but I'm getting set up with a shelter, and I'm going to go job searching with my case manager on Monday. I'm also going to be setting up payment methods for both donos and art commissions. I know I was hooting and hollering yesterday, but I genuinely think I'm in the worst spot I've ever been in, and it's freaking me the fuck out. I will most likely be going back to Wilmington after spending my day with my case manager. I have a tablet now, but that can be stolen in a snap, so I'm
They got on the internet and got kicked out.
Scared for both my belongings and even my own life. Wilmington and other cities in general in my area are very, very unsafe. I don't even have a handful of options to pick from to close things off. I'm not half joking anymore. If given the opportunity to sleep in a garage or on the floor or whatever under a roof by one of my followers, I would take it in a heartbeat. I'm ridiculously low on options and would do anything for some help.
one user challenged Fallen Chungus on some of his claims, saying it was difficult to take his words at face value from how previous incidents pertaining to his fabrications and overreactions, to which Chungus would respond with,
Yeah, and that's the problem with Fallen Chungus, is that they're one of those chronic fibber types or a chronic over-exaggerator, right? So a lot of the times, Fallen Chungus will be like, I am about to explode and also die. And people will go, yeah, sure you are, buddy. And after a while, you know, you lie enough, people just aren't going to believe a word you fucking say, right? Like, that's just, it is what it is.
Stepdad beat me sometime around 2019 or 2020 and left a scar on my shoulder. He has since then threatened me with physical violence.
Desmond in the chat, I think he was intentionally homeless since he was not willing to stay off the internet when his mom said to. And he ended up getting in a Twitter argument with his aunt. I've never thought, okay, listen, man, I can tell you that sometimes I sit there on Twitter and I go, this is actually bad for my brain. I'm like partaking in like a narcotic using this thing, okay? Like this For You page is actually turning me into a fucking eat bug, live in pod guy, okay? But like I can turn it off. I don't think Fallen Chungus can actually turn it off.
I want to say every 3 months since then on average. He has my mom wrapped around his finger. Y'all happy? Stop asking for specifics.
well, after this shit gets fucking crazy, as a new challenger approached, and his aunt would enter the fray. Maybe you should be honest here and stop spreading lies about your parents.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Francine. Or Frankie. Frankie? Is that Frankie? Dude, Frankie's coming in with the suplex, bro.
This happened because you couldn't control your temper over a stupid computer. Get it right, bro. Maybe if you followed the rules that were set forth when you
There's
got out
there's no way this is actually his aunt. That's wild.
of the hospital, this all would not be happening. Maybe you should be honest with your followers and tell them that your parents did everything they could possibly to help you, and you took it to the extreme.
I don't know why my own blood is now setting out to paint me as a villain, but I will make myself very clear before any other claims are made. This situation isn't black and white.
Well, you guys remember that lady back in the day who made the post about stopping ISIS? You guys remember that lady? She was like, I will stop ISIS. And it was just some like 50-year-old auntie in the middle of like nowhere who's like, I'm going to go do it. Like, that's like an ancient meme, okay?
I've messed up on almost all fronts, but my family has arguably handled shit worse. I hope my mom and her sister know I want nothing to do with them, and if I want to complain about being abandoned at
I've never
18,
heard of this lady. I think I might actually be aging out of the internet if people like, I don't remember the lady who said she'd stop ISIS on Facebook.
post psych ward visit, I will fucking do so.
You did this to yourself. It's all on you. Leave your parents out of it, or we are going to have a problem. Maybe look into anger management classes in a group setting where you can talk about your internet addiction.
Oh, that's a really great clip. That's a really great clip where the guy's like, he's got his hands up and he's like, Donald Trump saved me. He's got like a hat on. He's like an older guy, right?
His fans start to push back on his aunt commenting the way she is, and she responds. This child has been causing nothing but tension, heartbreak, and doing whatever he wants to get his way. His home life has been torn
It's
apart.
not that
by
old
his
of a
aunt.
meme. It is
My
it is
sister
that
on the
old of a
verge
meme in
nervous
internet time.
breakdown, and the violent part of his personality has become more prevalent.
For anyone wondering, this is my actual aunt, and they are very
Could you
blatant.
imagine confirming that this is your actual aunt who's given you lip service and winning on Twitter? Okay.
Blatantly picking and choosing shit from the truth. At no point did I claim I didn't.
I think if you're arguing with your real life aunt, your aunt wins. I don't know why, but like the aura farming from the aunt just means that she wins.
fuck up. But nothing I've done to my mom, stepdad, or anyone else in this family warranted me being left destitute. Piss off.
So, after this
Diesel, if your mom was on Twitter, how bad would she whoop on you? She wouldn't. I can't even picture a universe where she would care to use Twitter. You know.
public display, I decided to join the Fallen Chungus Discord to see what was
Plus,
going
my tweets are banger anyway. Okay, the one I posted today was really funny.
on in there. And it was way crazier than I thought it would be. The first thing I see is Fallen Chungus on his Discord account, adding everyone and saying, I don't care if you call my auntie and say dumb shit. Just don't push a dox. It'll complicate things. One user said, who's that fucking aunt? Where's she live? Where does your aunt live? She can't fucking hate on you without punishment. Let's find out.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Mental illness attracts mental illness. Dude, fucking, what is that? Bisexual Ness is gonna PK fire on your aunt, man.
That coward. Where is your aunt? Just a totally well-adjusted individual there. They would continue to dox her phone number, her Instagram,
Oh, his aunt is being cooked. Phone number.
and her Facebook, all in the Chungus Discord, where he was encouraging them to harass her basically. Then they would attempt to hurt her business by posting it and then review bombing it, with one user stating, would rate a 0 if I could. Her behavior is disgusting and treats nobody with respect. Everything is always about her. So at this point I figured if they were
Dude,
going
I
to
can't imagine. What is this world actually? Holy shit.
try to fuck with this random woman's business, that could at least let her know and try to get a comment on this event in general for the video I was working on. So I did. He responds with, it is what it is. They can do whatever childish things they wish. Said what I said about Frank, and it was all true. I hate to blast him like that, but he blasted my sister, so tat for tat. I already spoke with the authorities and filed a
Holy
police
shit, dude. This aunt is just fucking slam dunking all over Fallen Chungus.
report. I respond by saying, "Best of luck. Sorry you have to deal with all this. It's total bullshit." And she says, "That's how my nephew rolls. So no surprise there."
Dude, that's how my nephew rolls. Based on, I hope that your business is doing well.
Fallen Chungus made a ton of mistakes, from highlighting to his followers where people were trying to dox him, to spiraling over the
So
board.
yeah, this was like the beginning. This video doesn't cover like everything, but I showed this over the Toastify video because the Toastify video is longer.
I can't
And
believe
we're not
my
sitting here for
nephew
50
did
minutes.
this to me. He needs a home to be homeless. What a bastard. That's how my nephew rolls.
Shout out to Chungus Aunt. That do be how the nephew rolls. Right, so there's like other stuff, right? Like Fallen Chungus has like a fart fetish. Fallen Chungus is highly emotional and flips out. Fallen Chungus is like, I'm homeless and I don't want to get a job, or like I have no money and I don't want to get a job, right? That's actually a really common feature where Fallen Chungus will complain about how they have no money and no job but don't want to do anything, right? But there are much longer videos. I just wanted to show the Shamu one because Shamu's a smaller channel, and he A-logs the shit out of Thorpe's, which is a reoccurring character that I cover on my channel. So, was that the really dark part? No. So, something you guys should know is that the Fallen Chungus account, the official Fallen Chungus, was purchased by another guy. So Fallen Chungus sold his account to this guy. So Fallen Chungus is now a new man. And Francis, this guy, That's Mojo, is the original Fallen Chungus. Okay? So That's Mojo is our original Chungus. Okay?
Some guy named Trevor celebrates 6 months of membership. I have a few popular tweets. I don't need a job.
That is quite literally what happened with Francis. Okay. So from now on, I'm going to be calling Fallen Chungus Francis. Okay. So the Fallen Chungus account was taken over by this other artist. And this other artist learned to copy Fallen Chungus's art style exactly, and then started producing memes just like the original Fallen Chungus. Okay? So now there's a new guy who does the same thing but better, and he's funnier. Okay? While the original Fallen Chungus basically spurgs out on Twitter all the time. Right? Now here's where the story gets crazy. The original Fallen Chungus, yes, this is Liquid Chungus. This is Liquid Chungus. Liquid Chungus. Yeah, we like Liquid Chungus. We like this Chungus. Okay. So here's how the story gets bad. So after selling the account for a pittance of money, Fallen Chungus, the Liquid Chungus makes a post, right? And this is after a while, so they've ran the account for a bit. And so Liquid Chungus says, "That's Mojo, solid Chungus." Oh boy. Solid Chungus has been accused of having sex with a minor. No, so this you gotta understand, Meowser, okay? Is that there's a solid Chungus, a Liquid Chungus, and then there'll be a solidus Chungus.
Memes. The DNA of the soul. Liquid Chungus.
That's so true. Oh my god. I feel it's important with a minor that he met at the psych ward around 2023. I feel like that's important. You know what happened, how he responded, know the difference between me and That's Mojo, and future of Pinhead Comics. Yesterday night, That's Mojo was accused of, at the time, allegedly sleeping with a 15, 16-year-old he met at his stay at the psych ward during a crisis. I'll admit the evidence of this was not that compelling, since it was mainly just screenshots of coincidental evidence of That's Mojo and a victim tweeting about eating ass at the same time. Oh boy. Metal Gear Solid 3 Chungus heater. That's not the only thing that was eaten, it sounded like. Fallen Chungus on August 10th, 2024 says, ate butt today. How did an adult meet a child in the same psych ward? They separate adults and pediatrics. That's a very good point, Falgi. I do find a lot of the... I skimmed this, and I did find this pretty suspect as a Google docie, if I'm being 100%. I don't necessarily not believe this, but I don't know. Something about the circumstances are a little incredible, right? Like, that's not... My wife sniffed my cooch and died, says Isabella. Whoopsie, stinky. Dude, these people. They don't mix populations for this exact reason. Okay. Oliver, the head dev for Print Turn, Mojo's Roblox game, called Mojo for 1 hour for him to try and explain himself. Mojo at the time insisted that he did not have sex with her. Unfortunately, it just ended with him having to call angrily. Isn't Fallen Chungus, isn't That's Mojo? Isn't Solid Chungus like 19, 20? Wouldn't he have been like, if it's 2023, wouldn't he have been like 17? If he like hooked up with like a 16-year-old, right? I don't know. I've never been to a psych ward. Yeah. Oliver, the head dev, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's 49 seconds.
I mean, it was brought up to me first because they need to show me that you may have done something fucked up, and I just have to transceive it to you because I need, well, for one,
grippy sock foot job. I think we got a real problem, chat.
it is discomforting, but for two, if you can fucking disprove it.
I don't care. Like, there's obviously so much distrust going on. I'm just gonna take my leave. I don't care. I don't care. You can own the fucking game. I don't give a shit. I don't care if this is deflecting. It's not. I am so unbelievably tired of having to deal with kiwi farms, having to deal with everything. I am going cold turkey. I am sorry.
He will probably not go cold turkey. But real talk, that's not enough. This clip, there's just not enough context here for me to really get anything from. Like, putting comedy aside, like, if I was actually reviewing this I'm not impressed by this Google docu. Here's more proof of Mojo saying he did not have sex. While at the time, this did seem like very weak evidence. Unfortunately, some things were not adding up. In retrospect, Mojo did seem to lie a lot, so it really was a 50-50 on whether to believe this case. Is this a post they made directly on Kiwi Farms? Because that's the font style. This is not proof of a sexual interaction between us. It does not prove we had sex or that I performed anything on her. I don't even know why she tweeted that so soon after my tweet, which was a random joke as per the usual humor of the Fallen Chungus account at the time. Why is there a Japanese soldier? This is so fucking stupid. Diesel Daki review. That really doesn't tell me anything besides he's mad about being accused, which is understandable. Yes. Yes. And I think we're already all predisposed to believe that Fallen Chungus would do the grippy sock shuffle if given the chance, right? That's the problem with this. I'm sure at this moment in time, most of you know that this is not me. Mojo and I are two completely separate individuals. It's important for you to know this, since I've been caught in a crossfire before. If you're going to take away anything, it needs to be said, okay, I guess we'll just scroll down, all right? If you're going to take anything away, blah, 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 so don't look at the pic related under my post saying shit like, hey, you get a group of minor. Okay. Diesel resume review. Yeah, that needs to happen. After ending the call with Oliver, Mojo proceeded to block all these devs and leaving the Printern server. Keep in mind, he is the one holding the funding for it. I truly did not like this and feel like it isn't fair for him to do that. It's one thing for you to screw over yourself, but when you do it to other people, I feel you should be a tad more careful. There is no way for this game to be funded at the minute. The game is completely on hold right now until everything gets figured out, because it really is just a massive situation. It's not on life support, the team hasn't left, but we have no funding, and I have to rewrite the story from the ground up. But regarding funding, he held all the funds for the game, because he was the owner of the game after all. So he was going to pay out everyone. I think the main problem here is that Fallen Chungus was never going to pay these people out ever to begin with. Dude, Grippy Sock Foot Job sounds like a fucking band name, okay? I don't know what kind of music they make, but Grippy Sock Foot Job makes the most disgustingly smelly punk music. He was alleged to have intercourse with a 15, 16-year-old at the age of 18, whom of which he waited for them to become old enough for said action, among other things. Lamau, for real, I've been saying if I had consensual sex with her, it wouldn't be statutory rape. That's fucking oh, God. Oh boy, you know, this drama has some comparative features to another one that I recently looked at. Mindless self-indulgent style new metal. Oh my God. I'm tired and would rather own up to it than spend my entire life lying just for it to backfire. It wasn't technically... Oh my God. Oh my God. This is... The arguments that are like this are always really funny, because you can't ever say things like this without sounding like the biggest rapist in human history, right? It wasn't technically illegal by any means, given the age of consent in Pennsylvania, but yes, we did. She came on to me, and I don't know what the fuck is going on in Pennsylvania, man, but don't go there. ain't gonna have shit in Pennsylvania. Not Pennsylvania. Good. She came on to me. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. Dude, all the reverse predators, man, are inside Pennsylvania. Welcome to the home to Pennsylvania. Oh my god. And it didn't really last long. I almost instantly regretted it mid-act. I regretted it heavily for the past year. I've spent so much effort trying to move on from it. I did everything in my power to not assert the power dynamic or make it an unequal exchange, but it doesn't matter in the end, as I failed the moment I let her do the thing. Dude. Age Gap Discourse is my favorite song by Grippy Sock Footjob. Oh my god. I truly don't care where this leads, as I think getting it off my chest is a better deal than taking it to my grave. Okay.
Here you go, Diesel. I know I have been slacking a bit this month.
That's absolutely... Philosopher, you don't owe my stupid ass anything, but thank you so much. My favorite is the live version of Reverse Predator. Dude, have you guys heard their new album, Power Dynamic? That one is pretty fucking fire, okay? Like, it's kind of crazy that they got Diddy for one of the songs, okay? Holy shit. God. It sounds like this is actually Fallen Chungus' fault that everybody knows about this. Like, it actually sounds like Francis did it himself, right? It kind of sounds like he told people he did this and he felt bad about it. So if he didn't want people to know about it, he kind of just should have not said anything. I mean, just don't, like, if you're like, I know this is bad, but here's a terrible thing I did and I feel bad about it. Tell that to your therapist, not to a Discord. Whatever. Did you know that in America, they talk to AI Darth Vader instead of getting therapy? God. Let's see. I can't say that I don't care what others think of me, but I didn't go out of my way to hurt this girl, as it was the last thing I wanted to do, both physically and mentally. I'm an incredibly disturbed person and have been my entire life. And I've had situations like this presented to me multiple times by multiple people. I try my best to avoid every single one. And I did, but in this exchange, I failed. That's my piece. That's it? Okay, well, that's certainly an answer. Yeah, this is quite the Streisand effect. If it's the case that they had sexual... Dude, it keeps bringing me down on this thread. Twitter just don't work anymore. Let's see, 16 to 18, then I don't really see the particular age gap to be all that problematic, to be real with you, especially that Mojo was freshly 18. Dude, Grippy Sock Footjob is going to have a song and a new album called Freshly 18. Speaking of, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Go listen to Grippy Sock Footjob music. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll put on jazz. Oh, no, this one. I'm back. I'm back. Oh my god, Pie's here. We were talking about you at the beginning of the stream. Pie. Oh my god. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I had some spicy chicken today. And I'm not doing okay. I will tell you that right now. Yeah, also, I guess happy birthday, I guess. Dude, Brian Mullins should do a collab with he should do a feature on Grippy Sock Foot Job. We've really just created this entire lore around this band. Thanks, boss, for letting us know. I just know that I do not feel 100% right now. That is what I am telling you. I hope you're enjoying getting older. I will continue to make the same mistakes until something different happens, okay? Anyway, let's continue reading. Yeah, oh my god, this is literally, this is really funny. Dude, this Fallen Chungus stuff is quite literally a microcosm of the exact same thing I fucking discussed with the Cameron stuff, right? Because what Solid Chungus is being accused of is very similar to the thing that Cameron was being accused of, right? And I think that this tweet is really interesting because it's almost poetic. It is quite literally almost poetic the way that this has actually occurred here, right? So I read all those tweets, or read all those DMs, right? If it's the case that they had sexual contact at 16 to 18, then I don't really see that particular age gap to be all that problematic, to be real with you, especially given that Mojo was freshly 18. It's more so that Mojo blatantly lied to everyone, claiming he did not have sex with her, when he in fact did, and inadvertently waited for her to turn 16. A little different, right? But it's like, the key aspect of this is the lying, okay? The key aspect of this is that's Mojo isn't being honest about it, okay? God. Also, why did he leave so swiftly? No effort to try and publicly defend yourself until now is kind of super suspicious in my opinion, but I digress. Oh my god. Cameron Gerard, the completionist. Cameron Gerard, the completionist. Oh my god. That's perfect. It's kind of super suspicious in my opinion, but I digress. Lamau for real. I meant saying if I had consensual sex with her, it would be... Oh, wait, I read all these. Okay, so why does Twitter do that now? Why does Twitter just do that? And then here's him admitting to having sex with her, getting led on. Getting led on by this minor, while also attempting suicide, which I really hope doesn't happen. I'm just really disappointed in Mojo, man. This might be the worst thing he's done. I hope he gets off the internet after this. Mojo has since reactivated and basically restated what's in this image. This does not align with some DMs from the victim, because she didn't know I was the owner and not Mojo. This is really funny. Dude, someone call up George Lucas right now, because this is rhyming like no fucking tomorrow. Also, I know this hot take, but the whole like, this person is reprehensible and I hate them. And also they're talking about killing themselves. I hope they don't kill themselves. It's such like a cop out. I think a lot of us wouldn't care a lot of the time, and I think it's time for us to stop pretending that we do, because sometimes there are bad people and sometimes they do pass on, and you just gotta put your hands up and go, hey, it could have been worse. He could have took us with him, Spicy chicken after age 25 is asking for the shits, bro. Listen, it's my life to make a mess. That sounds terrible. That's a terrible excuse. Why I made this thread. For my safety, for clarity, and a call to action for Mojo to actually get off the internet. This is such a concern, troll. I gotta be honest. Right? Like, you bought his account. So I don't, like, brother, it's been such a net negative for you. I don't wish ill harm towards Mojo. He's mentally unwell. It's getting really hard to try and feel bad for Mojo, but he's still a human at the end of the day, and he deserves to be alive. Brother, you took his entire identity. You were quite literally skinwalking as him. Okay? There's always a chance they could get better. Yeah, I guess Mojo is young enough that he could improve, right? Maybe that's I have a black pill to bear, because I am more skeptical of people, but, you know, I'm always willing to be proven wrong, right? Doesn't mean I'm excusing his actions. I'm saying I don't want him to die. For the future of pinheads and why I haven't been posting, it's a really lame excuse, but school. Jesus Christ. Dude, we need to get... Nobody... Let's just all delete... Like, we should actually delete Twitter. Like, everybody should get off of Twitter. I'm not going to do it. You do it first, but get off of Twitter. To be for real, Mojo did sell it. Yes, they did sell it. And to be honest, I can't imagine someone not wanting to purchase the account for the sake of comedy. So I guess it is kind of funny that an artist who does the same thing took the account. Yeah, I also wouldn't give it back either. I'll try my best to distance myself away from Mojo, but still keep the Fallen Chungus brand. Guys, the Fallen Chungus brand is under attack. Fallen Chungus brand could fall any day now, okay? Sorry, I know this is the least important thing right now, but I feel you should know. I hope everyone involved in this situation is alive and safe. I tried to at least get his side to give him an ounce of the benefit of the doubt, but no luck. Yeah, no shit. Mojo, bro, please talk to me. Hey, can you clear some things up before I make a thread, please? Guys, the brand of Fallen Chungus is really going down into shitter these days. Why is Grok making this account Jewish? Why is Grok making it Jewish? Dude, Twitter is so cooked. What is happening? Okay, so that's... Someone asked me if it's okay to make a video with screenshots. Sure, I don't care. And then why is Grok doing this? Why did Grok do that? Why did Grok do that? Oh, Fuhrer Bunker, Goy Raper 911. Grok, add an Israeli flag. Oh boy, we're so fucked, dude. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Oh my god, okay. Oh boy. And then the thing is even if it was like, so I'm not even saying the age gap is unacceptable or anything like that, right? The truth of the matter is that we don't know anything. To be honest, there's like no evidence here whatsoever. There's literally zero evidence for this. This is a completely unfounded allegation whatsoever. Like, if I'm being 100% genuine here, like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here except this guy saying that he slept with somebody when he was in a psych ward. Okay. Did you guys see when Grok... So Grok has been talking about white genocide in South Africa a lot lately. It's getting a little weird. Not gonna lie. But every time like any of the age gap discourse stuff happens, it's really funny to see the accounts that respond, and it's always like God's strongest racist that is in the response, or like the exact kind of people like that's an NFT, the whatchamacallit, they're called like miladies or something, or some similar like word around that, right? And literally everybody I've seen with an NFT of that is like fucking insane. I deleted my account after hearing Musk was buying it. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is that you can't even like go to Blue Sky, because it turns out that everybody who is left leaning like going to Blue Sky has turned it into like a purity test chamber, and as a result of that, it's actually like driving people away now and back to Twitter, because people would rather have the horrific acidic discourse of Twitter than basically nothing at all. So it's in a position where Twitter's like really kind of it, because the other parts are so like demographically like isolated that they're not gathering new users. I don't really give a fuck about the allegation. Yeah. I like posting my dog on Blue Sky. I'm a dog mom now. I wish there was some like actual like use behind Blue Sky. Like there's just the problem is that all these like weird microblogging platforms just facilitate it just facilitates like arguing with each other, you know? Like see, the thing is that you guys are like literally most of you aren't posters, but there is a significant problem with it, like Blue Sky as that result, right? I know a while ago everybody was like saying, "Oh, they're posting CP on Blue Sky," and I gotta be honest, I think that was like a psyop by the Twitter deep state, but I don't know. That's just like my theory on that, right? I saw a post on Blue Sky the other day about how a crossword puzzle book from 2015 was super racist and junk because it was pro-colonist genocide. It's real. It should have been an artist space. I agree, but I don't. There's just like no platform for that at all. Oh my god. I did blacklist political terms, so that's why. Yeah, I mean, like, I've muted like every single Groiper related thing possible on Twitter. But every now and again I'll like go out of my way to go see like what the racist community is posting, because I like torturing myself. Want to see a funny Blue Sky post? This better be pretty good, Rina. But you usually deliver. Bro is racist. I just want to know what the racists are posting. I want to know where the discourse is, you know? Dude, February 8th. The Chungus is making a post. That's what the racists say, boss. No, man, you guys gotta understand that like being a racist has gotten really esoteric, you know? Like IG is my funny racism app of choice. I've always been a big fan of TikTok racism because it's just really like unhinged. Dude, solid Chungus. Honest creator of Bro Visited His Friend. Got involved with corny ass drama. Will not leave Twitter again, I swear. Well. Everyone is so damn negative here. I had a few concerns using TikTok while it was owned by ByteDance. I have a lot of concerns if it's owned in total or part by a U.S. company. Are you retarded? Guys, why is everyone so mean to me? Guys, why am I getting beef and drama? Where? Guys, the king of glass houses. Yes. Fallen, the original Chungus, solid Chungus, admitted to having a fart fetish, which, again, Homelander couldn't get that out of me. There's a lot of things that he could, but not that. I actually, the woke take, TikTok shouldn't be owned by the US. Bespoke take, TikTok should be owned by China. Based take, they should just delete TikTok. That's my take. They should get rid of it. What is this offer at all, Cameron? You're such an intellectual fucking moron. There's a lot of reasons. I don't like TikTok, and TikTok is clearly used for psychological warfare by the Chinese government. That is full stop true. It is very clear that the tech oligarchs that live in the United States also abuse their positions of power in order to promote certain ideals. So TikTok being owned by a US company would not solve the problem. It would just toss the buck down the road, okay? Literally grok. I don't think it's really that difficult to understand. I just use TikTok for animal vids. There was something... Hold on. Guys, let me show you a thing. Since we're on a little bit of a tangent. An FPS Diesel tangent right now. Where was it?
You can keep scrolling if you don't want to hear someone rant.
That's okay. Nikocado. I found this. Okay, so I was sitting in a Cabal VC when Dioreo just started playing these, like, just raw. Have you guys seen these?
Flashback Mary. Flashback Mary. Hi, sisters! Flashback Mary.
Welcome to Groom Tech. This is the future. State-of-the-art ejaculation stations. Rage samples for maximum testosterone. Expert quantum computers specially trained for measuring cum splatter radius. What more could you need?
I don't know. I don't even know what this is. What is the point of this at the end? These are on IG Reels. Yeah, there's a lot of them on IG Reels.
No! It's a disaster. My hard drive is gone.
It's a disaster.
Soft, if you know what I mean. I guess even metal dicks struggle sometimes. No!
No. This is James Charge. Okay, this is James Charge, and it's a robot who is taking cum from people. Okay, yeah, it's part of the George Droid extended universe. Dude, we're so cooked. We're so cooked.
Everything used to be so
I'm sorry. Now I'm on my TikTok, right? And it's just my TikTok is entirely I only follow mentally unwell people on my TikTok.
We once had a perfect access to God. I mean, perfect.
Like this guy teaches people how to have like loving relationships, but also he sees visions and he sees God and he thinks that he actually talks directly to God and that he's a prophet who could see the future. But also you could pay him lots of money for relationship counseling. And then here's the lady who we found out spreads her ass to live as like a unschooling parent, right? There's Nikocado, classic Nikocado. What is this? Oh, is this one of those like, okay, so these accounts are really funny. Have you guys ever seen where it's just like, here's AI of like a famous person with a fake baby version of them, right? And that's the entire account, where it's like taking all these like fake versions of people and then making them into babies.
Give me like a.
Oh God.
Being me. Ludwig.
All right, that's just Ludwig. But yeah, my entire thing is like primarily like annoying people, and there's like 4 or 5 YouTubers I follow on there because they're like the only people who post TikToks, right? But Diesel, TikTok taught us that gingers are black. But I'm a real sucker for this part of the internet, chat. Like you know me. I like the mentally ill. Let's see. Has Fallen Chungus, the original Fallen Chungus, tweeted about this? No. This is a rough one. CP stands for Contact Pack God, by the way. Diesel, if you like mentally ill, then open the TikTok group chat. I will literally open the op block group chat live if you do not test me, Craig. Damn, he really hasn't tweeted about this. He's gone into hiding. Fallen Chungus is running from the allegations. Well, insert funny joke here. Thank you, Mercury.
Mercury celebrates 14 months of membership. Insert funny joke here.
Well, I just wanted to quickly go over the Fallen Chungus stuff tonight. You know, nice little short stream. Some slop content for your eyeballs. I'm probably going to go now because I am very tired, and also my stomach is really fucked up, and I don't want to have to leave stream again and then also vanish for like 20 minutes because I'm like naked on the toilet or something. So I'm gonna go. Oh my God. Ouch. Diarrhea Diesel. I did actually eat like a bunch of fiber bars today too. All right, later chat.